What were the Confederate reactions to the Emancipation Proclamation? Imagine hearing that your way of life, built on slavery, is now being challenged by the government. That's exactly what the Confederates faced with the Emancipation Proclamation. When President Abraham Lincoln issued it on January 1, 1863, the reaction in the South was fierce and mostly negative. Leaders like Jefferson Davis, the Confederate president, called it a crime against humanity and said it was the worst measure in history. He believed it was a call for enslaved people to rebel violently and saw it as a threat to the social order they depended on. Davis warned that it would lead to chaos and possibly wipe out millions of African Americans. Other Confederate leaders echoed this outrage. General P.G.T. Beauregard wanted harsh punishment for abolitionists, even suggesting executions. Civilians and soldiers in the South saw the proclamation as proof that the Union's real goal was to end slavery, which many had suspected but denied earlier in the war. Newspapers and everyday Southerners felt bitter and worried. They thought it was an unjust attack that would upset their social system and encourage enslaved people to fight back. Some called it an outrage against humanity and feared it would prolong the war. The Confederates also worried about slave uprisings. Even though Lincoln urged freed slaves to avoid violence unless in self-defense, many Southerners believed the proclamation was an incitement to rebellion. Overall, the reaction was a mix of moral outrage, fear of chaos, and defiance. They saw it as illegal and destructive to their way of life. This response showed how central slavery was to the Confederacy and how the Emancipation Proclamation shifted the war from just saving the Union to also ending slavery. The reaction was a clear sign that the South saw this as a direct attack on their social and economic foundations.